Tim O'Malley and Tim Priester outside the Goog after Brian Kelly's Tuesday press conference, where we found out Dexter Williams has improved. They might still use two quarterbacks, and you asked the question that kind of brought a little laughter from head coach Brian Kelly today, Tim.
Well, he after the game on Saturday at Wake Forest, he talked about how he didn't sleep in naming Ian Book the starting quarterback. I said, if you thought that was a controversial call, try not starting him this weekend. I'm not sure he took it well at first, but he realized it was a joke. Yeah, I mean, he's still leaving the whole quarterback situation up in the air, but in reality, I think we can all safely assume that Ian Book will start this weekend. And I mean, unless he's making mistakes or there's a snap or two along the way, I get where he's coming from in terms of trying to keep things open and trying to keep Brandon Wimbush engaged. But Ian Book's a starting quarterback, and I think that's really the only thing that's on the plate right now.
Non-committal on Dexter Williams, as we figured he would be, but it's clear that he is now available to them. Kelly did mention what we've kind of reiterated often. He's not going to all of a sudden get 20 carries, but he thinks he can help him. He mentions his explosiveness. We'll have to wait and see on that. I do think you will see him in the game. And the other injury update we need is Trevor Ruland. Kelly confirmed he started because Tommy Kramer couldn't. With an ankle injury, he left it open this week to a competition.
Yeah, Dexter Williams, you can't mention Dexter Williams without using the word explosive. I mean, that is what he is as a football player, and it's another ingredient that Notre Dame can add to the mix that was pretty expansive last week. As far as Kramer and Ruland, he's kind of indicating that there could be a timeshare there, even when Kramer gets healthy. I still kind of doubt that too. I depending upon the opponent, and certainly Wake Forest made it easy for Ian Book to start against Wake Forest because of their defense. I think the same was true of Ruland, but Kramer was hurt. But I think moving forward, Kramer's going to be the starter there once he gets healthy. There's
a lot from Kelly about Stanford, which is fitting because we have a lot about Stanford. It really is. When you get this familiar matchup opponent, Brian Kelly referenced it a couple times, saying, they're not as scary as he mentioned. Michigan was scary because they had no idea what they were going to get. He even referenced Ball State because everything changed when Ball State got on the field. They know Stanford well, but they know also, and Kelly referenced it to his credit, 3 years in a row they've lost this game. They want to get the Legends Trophy back inside. I'm glad he's kind of embraced the fact that, look, this is the team that my team has not beaten. No one has played in these games to beat them. And it's kind of the elephant in the room in this situation. He brought it up today.
Yeah, offensively, this is a really good team. I mean, I think we knew that in the preseason. I think we rated it as the top offense that Notre Dame would face. KJ Costello continues to get better and better. We all know about Bryce Love. As you watch a little bit more film of Stanford, you realize that their receivers, again, are really dangerous. Arcega Whiteside, we know about. They have multiple tight ends that can play basketball with you on the backboard. So it's going to be a challenge. I think their offensive line is banged up. I know it is banged up a little bit, and that was going to be a really good unit. I think that's something that Notre Dame might be able to take advantage of. And I feel confident also that with Ian Book at quarterback and everything working, that they can take advantage of some things on that Stanford defense as well.
We'll have plenty more features over the next 3 days, including an insider's preview that talks about Stanford maybe has their best perimeter talent, not only in the Shaw era, but in the history of the program, which is believable considering that's really not their form of recruiting.